Hello, this is Martin Baker, your host and game master. Just swinging by to let you know that unfortunately episode 8's audio recorded a little bit hotter than we were kind of intending or hoping. It's not normally a problem, it's pretty smooth sailing. However, when we start to have too much fun, which as is a custom at this table, the microphone has a tiny bit of a meltdown once or twice. So just bear with us, we do apologize, and we hope that you enjoy episode 8. Previously on Legacy of Ash. Thanks for helping us. Now let's get to the lecture halls and regroup with the others.
2 of you come with us. The rest of you either get to a TIE fighter or help the civilians get out of here.
Hey, Bruto, can you help me out?
Bruto, situation here.
Okay, everyone chill out. I've got a lot on my plate here. Var, secret passages upstairs. Remy, coolant valve needs open. RC, man, you gotta take your microphone out of your mouth.
Remy, I got this. Now get out of here and go save the galaxy. We now return to Legacy of Ash. The camera opens to a beautiful starfield, and the starfield is completely surrounding you. There is no sense of up or down. You see Var and Triz looking around with 2 other bigger Samoan dudes with blasters, and you guys are hanging out. The door slides open, and Remy steps in. What does the camera see for Remy? Do you have your lightsaber in hand?
No, I think it's... Actually, yeah, it is in hand.
Okay.
I don't think he's really let go of it since he's found it.
Deal.
He understands it's a little more precious than that.
Yeah. The holocron, he has no fucking clue where it is. Okay, so he steps in. He's looking pretty ragged. He's flush from running. He looks probably pretty, angry almost. You guys, so the door slides open. You guys are in this beautiful, dome. Even the floors reflect the ceiling, so it looks like it's a 360 globe of stars. There's no one else in here, minus you guys and the guards. So he comes in.
What happened to you?
Just... The contaminant got out for a bit.
Is everyone okay?
No. I saw what happened to the people on Hades. Negos.
What do you mean?
It's not a pretty sight.
Is Bruto on comms at this point, or are you just talking to them?
I'm just talking to them, I think. RC sacrificed himself to prevent the contamination from spreading any further.
He's gone?
What else does sacrifice mean, Var?
Clarifying things.
He's gone. Every time we come to this Sith-forsaken satellite, we lose a family member. And I'm tired of it.
Hey, hope's light cause no trouble.
Hope's light causes some trouble.
Okay, maybe hope's light cause a little trouble.
I vote we go take care of Kymera and get off of here. And never come back.
That's a good idea, Var. Did you find the tunnel?
Not yet. I think it's gonna be further back and not so much in the open.
You're supposed to be good at these things.
No one's really helping me out.
Yep. So an average perception check will allow you to be able to find this space in use with the map.
Average means...
Actually, we'll make it 3 purples because it is hard to find, but I'll give you 3 boosts because you have the map as well.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense mechanically to what's going on.
Okay.
Also, I really hate that there's NPCs here, because now I have to roleplay them and say stupid shit like cause no trouble.
So we're gonna take one of those guys with.
No, please, no, don't
No.
So you want to take Mike?
Like,
One or the
no
other.
way, dude.
One or the other, right?
Have a triumph. So I have. There's a success in here and a triumph, right? So I have 2
Yep.
successes, a triumph, and 2 advantage.
Deal. So your success allows you to find the secret passage. You can use your advantage to alleviate strain or whatever else you want.
Sure.
And your triumph will. So this is in finding the passage. So we can say that. Right. So that this passageway. Do you mind if I use your triumph to
Go
do
for
something
it.
extra cool?
Go for it.
Because normally I was just going to have you like this take you to like a separate section of the club, but this passage in particular takes you to like a balcony area to where you can kind of get a view of the whole thing. You walk up to this ledge. You guys are kind of sneaking up, and you look around, and there's, several Imperial troopers, and there's a guy kind of hacking on this like complex-looking data pad. It kind of opens and it has like several smaller screens kind of set up, and you can tell that he's doing a lot of calling cabs, right? I mean, he's looking pretty crazy. Sorry, I was talking to.
He needs so many cabs
to
right
Var
now.
directly at that moment. He's pretty much running Spooper, okay? Yeah. Right. So you see Kymera in her kind of ratted uniform. She looks pretty haggard. Her hair is unkempt, but Bruto would say it still looks amazing. And she walks over and she's like, "Lieutenant Ashbury, what is the situation? When can we get out of this forgotten space station and get back to Imperial space?" And he's just, "Give me a minute. I'm hacking against someone of pretty decent talents, and he's locking me out of a lot of systems. Just give me a minute." Right, so you guys have a good vantage point of the situation. They're clearly distracted. What would you guys like to do?
Can I just shoot him in the head? Can Captain just shoot him in the head?
Yeah.
Can I shoot Kymera from here? Or should I?
Yeah. We'll say that she's walking around. This guy is the perfect target. If you want to take it, you can absolutely shoot Kymera.
It would help Bruto.
Yeah, but I want to shoot Kymera.
But it would help.
What happens? Can I shoot
The
Kymera?
world is your oyster.
I want to shoot Kymera.
Okay.
What is my difficulty?
Right, so it's dim lighting, so that's going to add some setbacks, but the difficulty is 2 purples. I'll make it... actually, yeah, we need to swap over. So it's going to be, because it's in the nightclub, it's dimly lit, music is playing, there's still a lot of distractions going on, so I'm going to make it 2 setbacks. 1 for the dark, 1 for like the... Actually, we'll make it 3 setbacks. There's like booming music, there's laser lights zipping past, throwing you off, and then there's like pitch black where it's not like laser light show. But that's all. So you have 3 setbacks, 2 purples.
Kymera is an adversary?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Thank you, sir. Let me grab her card. What are you doing? This is a nemesis, yeah. Yep, adversary, upgrade the difficulty of 1.
Just 1?
Yep.
Can I get another boost because of how much I hate her?
Sure.
Awesome. She tortured us. Kept us prisoner.
Tortured lots of people.
Yeah, but...
DJ Depot's still rocking. I was in a different planet.
He moved.
He's a roving DJ.
So you line up your shot, you wait for her to walk, you time it with the lasers.
They left the lasers on?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know how to run this shit.
I've got 2 successes and 3 advantages.
All right. So 2 success is a hit, so you deal base damage of 10.
9.
So 9. Okay, so you deal 11 damage. And you can crit. If you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it.
74.
Whoa, that is a big crit. 74 is hamstrung. The target loses a free maneuver until the end of this encounter. Okay. So yeah, you shoot her, and it shoots wild, and it hits her in the leg. And she collapses to the ground, and she looks up as the guards immediately just turn and they just start shooting wildly at your balcony.
I have 3 advantages.
That's your crit.
That's your crit.
Okay.
Yeah, so yours is done.
Okay.
Yeah. So you shoot her in the leg, she collapses to the ground. Stormtroopers just start firing up immediately. Just blaster bolts sizzling right next to you. Right, so go ahead and we're going to roll initiative. So you guys are definitely ready for this combat, so go ahead and roll cool.
I got 1 success.
I got 2 success and 1 advantage.
1 success, 2 advantage, and a triumph.
Okay. So the triumph gives you a free maneuver, but the stormtroopers did roll 2 success, 2 advantage. And now I'm going to roll for Kymera.
Makes sense. They are shooting right now.
She's probably going to be first on the initiative. 2 success, 2 advantage, and a triumph. Yeah. So all the enemies go first, and then you guys go. But Remy does get a free maneuver. What would you like to do?
I think Remy is ready to end this kind of a thing.
Okay.
I think he wants to sneakily slide down one of the railings to get onto the bottom floor.
Okay. You could just jump down if you wanted. Feeling pretty bold with your Jedi powers if you're there yet. If not, sliding down a rail is pretty cool.
I don't think he's quite there yet.
Okay.
Jumps over the balcony, gets lit up by 6 stormtroopers.
But it's like a cool slide down.
Okay.
Because, it is a cool check.
Of course, yeah.
So,
yeah.
it's like
cool.
one-handed, stripper
cool.
pulled slide down,
Yeah.
but
It's a really cool swing.
Yep. He grabs an e-cigarette, takes a hit while he slides down a rail.
Except it was just laying there on the ground.
Yeah, Remy's not one for
he kicks a bottle as he's coming down and pours a shot for himself and
That might cost you some...
quick draw.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Does quick draw work for shots?
Right.
Some incidental.
So she kind of starts looking around, and she basically starts shouting orders at her troopers, and she starts crawling, kind of brings herself over to some furniture and kind of hoists herself up and starts staggered stepping away from where you guys were, undercover under the balcony so you guys can't see her, and she's getting out of dodge. Right, and she's yelling something in her comlink. The others are going to start shooting up at you guys, and I think they're going to shoot back at Triz. They are aiming, but they are at severe disadvantage because you are higher than them. So that'll
We
be.
have the high ground.
So they're going to have 3 setbacks. They're actually going to have 4 setbacks. Let me get another setback because of all the laser lights, the high ground, all that shit. Ooh, blocked. Okay, here we go. Okay, a lot of success and threat.
Yeah, I see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. So I have 5 successes, 1 threat. So you're going to take a lot of damage right quick. That's 14 damage.
With the soak of force.
Only 10 blaster
Only
bolts to the
10.
back. Yeah, minion groups are nasty.
They're
All
so
right.
nasty.
Okay, right. So then they start to fan out and break up and just start shooting wildly because they're not entirely sure what's going on. 1 blaster bolt fired down and they're just reacting wildly. So they're going to start spreading out, shooting wildly, and now it's all your guys' turns.
I want to try to go shoot the guy that's doing all the hacking.
Okay. Deal. He's kind of like looking up and he's
I want to like
packing up his shit now.
I'm like from the far end, from wherever Triz shot, so that hopefully they don't think to look over there yet.
It's a fairly small balcony. It is 2 purples.
Okay.
Var's just thinking, nobody needs that many cabs.
So any shot in this room until the situation changes is going to have 3 setbacks.
Oh, shit, then I'm not.
Music, lights.
Help with that.
Yep.
Hey, Bruto.
There could be some fun, I don't know, foam cannons on
Hey, Bruto, can you turn these lights off? Is there any other way I can get
you can aim for a boost.
I do. Is there any other way I can get a boost?
Because
Because you hate nerds.
because you're helping.
Because there's
Bruto
no
with
way
the
this guy
loneliness.
calls that many cabs.
Right.
I'll give you a boost.
There's something very fishy about this guy.
suspicious.
He needs to be stopped.
No man needs that many cabs.
This man needs to be stopped. He's clearly reckless with his powers.
No way.
He doesn't use his cab calling powers for good.
Nope.
Var may have the motivation, but not the skill.
Nope. He's got 2 fails.
2 fails. Okay, so you start firing at him,
Try.
and he just like frantically drops his data pad. He's like, "No, Glyven, my data
A
pad."
little crack goes across the street.
Oh man,
Awesome.
yeah. So he gets up and he draws a hold-up blaster and he just starts firing back at you. Blaster shot's just firing wildly, missing inaccurately, but he's mad. You made him drop his data pad.
And it cracked.
Oh
Can
my God.
I shoot at the hacker guy?
Yeah.
It's 2 purple.
Yep. 2
3
purple as
setback.
long as you guys are on the balcony. 2 purple, 3 setback.
Okay.
And they took that as well when they shot at you. They actually had 4 setback.
Elevation.
Boost for aim. Any other?
Oh shit! Yeah, you guys
boost?
get a boost for high ground too.
Yes.
You should.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and roll yours. I doubt it'll make a difference.
It can't. I don't think the boost has a double success.
Yeah. Yep.
Could have given me advantage for the shattered computers.
All right. While she's getting that ready, you're going next?
Yeah.
So you slide down, stick your landing. You know, your hair catches this wild beam of light, right? But you still kind of. Did you ever like clean yourself up from prison, or are you still looking a little bit like a homeless
He
man?
washed his pants.
Yeah, I like washed
Okay.
while I was on Migos. And
Like your
stuff, but-
face and hair though.
Like pants too.
Okay.
They were getting
I knew your
pretty
pants were
nasty.
fine. Yeah, we got it. Everybody, Remy's pants are fine.
They got washed.
They're fine. They got washed.
Like a week ago, they were washed.
Bria
There's
washed
only
them,
one
actually.
stain that stayed.
Yep, Bria washed them. So you land, the laser lights catch you, you have this nasty look on your face as you're looking down Kymera. That's your target, right? There are like at least 8 stormtroopers between you and her.
Okay.
Now you could probably bum rush through them, but that'll probably make you the prime target for getting shot next.
Part of me wants to scare Kymera.
Okay.
Play a little like cat and mouse and little mental games. So I'm going to actually attack one of the groups of stormtroopers.
With what?
A lightsaber.
Damn.
We need an extra sound effect button.
So you fire up, there's like these blue laser lights dancing everywhere, this orange lightsaber glows in the darkness, and everybody kind of stops for a moment and looks at you like, what the hell?
Yep.
What do you do?
I'm gonna commit one of my dice to boost my agility as well.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so it's just going to be 2 purples for engaged. Yep. We're going to cut back to you. Oh, I think it's just 1, isn't it?
no, it's 2 for
yeah,
melee.
it's always 2 for melee. Okay, we're going to cut back to you while you build and roll your dice pool. I'm just going to make it 1 setback from all the ambient ridiculousness instead of 3 because you're not shooting into the dark laser light booming music. If anything, I almost want to add a boost because it's really fucking cool. Just this orange glow
Well, it's
cutting
really
through
bright.
the darkness.
You can really illuminate your
what'd you get?
white armor.
I got lack of success to advantage.
Okay, so you start firing at this nerd. Yeah. What would you like your 2 advantage to be?
Can I hit his data pad?
I was going to recommend that if you didn't. Yeah, so you hit it, and he just looks down and goes, "Ah!" And he just kind of shrieks, and he just starts firing wildly until his power pack depletes out of his gun. Out of his blaster.
Nerd.
All right, roll it.
I've got
I see.
Okay.
Okay, I have 2 success and 3 advantage,
Deal.
which lets me crit.
Oh, Jesus.
As well as heal some strain and do 12 damage.
Okay. And that ignores soak, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 12 damage is going to kill one. So you just cut easily through one stormtrooper, and you basically deal damage to another one. But because this is Star Wars,
all psychological.
One of them tumbles out of the way, and it really hurts his shoulder. But the camera doesn't see that. He just does a cool tumble.
Why do we wear this armor?
If he survives, his wife's gonna have to rub that out just to get him back to service standards. All right. Okay.
And then, how much strain do I get to heal on stuff again?
1 per 1.
Oh, it's also vicious too. I don't know if that
crit.
That's
plays
only when you
into
crit,
that.
yeah.
Well, I did crit. I had enough for crit.
Oh. Yeah, crit just kills another one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think vicious does
Anything to minion hordes? I didn't think it would.
No, it just adds crit vicious 2. It adds 20 to your roll.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Steady.
And is it 1 strain per?
Yeah, it's 1 for 1.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on
Never
here
mind,
for
he's
this
not
one.
giving you your sound effect. I take it all back.
It's okay.
I'll take it.
That's what vicious crits do. Okay. You kill an extra one and you get the button. How's that?
Sounds good.
Commit it to your sheet. Okay. All right. So you cut through one. He goes, "Ow!" The other guy rolls. Oh no!
And then he just dies.
My blitzball shoulder. Oh yeah, he dies. His shoulder X up and he just dies. Yeah. Okay.
The last straw.
Yep.
He's a stormtrooper.
He's a stormtrooper.
They don't get wounded.
Yep. They're pretty ridiculous. All right. So everybody's kind of watching you. One person dies, the other person's life ends somehow.
It was an aneurysm. They can strike at any time.
So back up in the command center.
Var was seriously asking if you could turn lights off.
So back at the command center, the Hapan battleship actually completely explodes. As like the fighters are launching from the Hapan, from the
Hope's Light.
Hope's Light, the fighters are launching, and there's not many TIE fighters, so it's a pretty standoffish battle. The Victory Star Destroyer is just kind of like drifting. It's pretty beat up, but the Hapan ship just explodes. And you guys have minutes before debris just rains into the station.
Okay.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna open comm line to everybody.
Yeah, all you hear is...
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna flip over that.
over the main
hostage
speakers.
cam.
Okay.
And
And you just see, like, Remy with a lightsaber.
What the hell?
Yeah, cutting through a stormtrooper in half.
And
you
then
see,
one just rolls and dies.
one just rolls, doesn't stick the landing, doesn't get up. But you see like blaster bolt just shooting down from a balcony. You see others, so you're assuming they're on the balcony and the people are down below. And it's kind of chaotic in there. You see laser lights hitting the feed every once in a while. Not entirely sure what's going on. What do you do? What do you say?
I think I'm just gonna flip on all speaker, like entire station. I'm just gonna notify everybody.
Okay. Deal. So this is going to be a average computer check.
Okay.
Just 2 purples. That's it. Yep. I'm going to give you 1 setback too because debris is flying towards the station and the Hapans are destroyed.
I have 2 success, 2 advantage.
Perfect. So you fire up the comms. What do you say?
There is a large.
This is your captain speaking.
This is Fang.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna die.
There is a large amount of debris headed directly for this station. At this time, the station controller is activating the all hands abandon call. Please find your nearest escape pod and exit the station.
And you hear brrrr as you push the button that says abort station. Brrrr, brrrr. Starts to echo out throughout everywhere.
You know, just... Can I set like a self-destruct on this station?
I think
He
you need to.
survives.
You need to.
You absolutely can. You can also tell you have advantage, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so with your computers, you also tell that the first piece of the debris hit the station with such force that it's kind of thrown off the orbit a tiny bit, and if left unchecked, especially with this other stuff coming in, the Kataris orbit or the gravitational pull of Kataris would actually pull the station into the planet.
Like quickly or like over 30 years?
No, like within a day or two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of falling stars for a while.
But luckily, nobody lives on Kataris, really. Yeah.
Just the falling sky from.
Yeah, I think it's mostly like ocean or something. I think when we had talked about this planet before, that nobody went down to surface for some reason.
Right.
Because it was mostly just oceans.
There was just nothing to see.
Yeah.
And then, okay.
So what we'll say is maybe within a few hours, it'll impact the planet. Now, that might leave some assets okay, but you're more than welcome to try and overload it as well.
I think we're probably good.
Okay.
I think the station crashing should do enough.
Deal. Yeah.
I think at that point, assuming the credit transfer is complete,
Yeah, so that you've been spending a lot of time while they were powwowing, and
I'm just gonna turn to my hostages,
which Vox is guarding with a twitchy blaster.
and I'm pretty much just gonna say, where's the nearest escape pod? You should probably find it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are we good?
Fox, let's roll! We just take
Yeah,
off running
just kind of whoa.
for the
And they're like,
ship.
Oh. Yeah. So they start running and fleeing, and one of them, the camera sticks with one of them, like he looks at the comms and we gotta go. All right, and then they start tearing
And
out.
then on
there.
the comms to the rest of everybody, be like, so I wasn't kidding. We should go. If you guys are at the nightclub, I'll pick you up.
Okay. Deal.
So if anybody hears
yeah, you
that.
guys can barely. You hear Bruto. Hey, everyone, pick you up. Yeah, but you guys just shout back at him, and all he hears is the music and shouting, and there's a little bit of that for a while you guys are in a firefight. Yeah. All right, I believe that was the end of the second round, and we return back to the top of the round. We're going to have the stormtroopers go. So the stormtroopers, who are down a man, will have
Two.
rest dice.
They're down 2.
Yep. Sorry, moved to full yellow.
Mr. Aneurysm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think what's going to happen
can strike
is
at any time.
Remy's the only one visible, isn't he?
Pretty much.
And especially illuminated.
Okay. Yeah. So they're going to shoot at you.
He brought
Unfortunately.
the best glow
Do
stick
they
to the
get a
nightclub.
Of course he would. He's Remy.
setback for, like...
They still have 3
Terrified
setbacks.
of disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll give them one more setback. So they still have the full 3 setbacks from shooting in the darkness. They have one from what the hell effect. Do you want to use a force point to upgrade the 1 purple to a red?
Yeah.
Because I have a purple and 4 setback is the only bad stuff. But there's still a lot of trooper dudes.
There's a lot of, like, potential damage coming in.
Yeah, so we're upgrading that then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, here we go. Not a lot happening actually. A lot of blank outs, and they actually miss with 1 advantage. So they fire at you. You tumble. You don't die. You've learned that trick. You graduated. The second you stop being an Imperial pilot, you lost that ability.
Yeah.
2 years ago, you'd have been dead. Okay.
Remy just looks at the guy who died after the tumble. He's like, oh, yeah, that's what happens.
Oh man, happens to the best of us.
It's like Halo armor. You get punched in the back and just die.
Yeah, right. So you dodge out of the way. Blaster bolts are just firing. You maybe even like turn off your lightsaber real quick, and they just kind of start shooting at each other almost. It's very chaotic. Okay, PCs. What do you do?
I'm shooting at Hacker Dude again.
Okay. Deal. He's like reloading his power clip, getting ready to aim at whoever's shooting at his data pad. Why are they just killing his data pad? Those monsters. Oh, Kymera. Yeah. So Kymera is actually going to sneak along the backside of the wall. The camera just shows her like sneaking through the shadows, and she looks at this door, and then the camera cuts back as Triz lines up her shot on this nerd. Go ahead and let me know what you guys are doing while she's prepping that.
Well, if she doesn't shoot the hacker dude, I want to. I want to get his comm so I can talk to Kymera, is what I want to
Okay,
do
deal.
somehow.
Yeah, well, you definitely have to get off the balcony.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and get down.
So you can move while shooting. You
Yeah.
can start running down this like staircase.
I'll start running down the staircase closer to the computer stuff. Or a dead stormtrooper.
What's going on?
2 fails and a triumph.
This nerd is hard to murder.
He is. He's in perfect kill zone, too. He has no idea what a kill zone is. And you almost feel bad, like...
It's almost too easy.
Yeah, like the light's catching off his glasses and he's squinting really hard looking at you and you're like, God, if I put him out of his misery, I might be doing the galaxy a service, but he's just so dumb. You take pity on him. He might be your next one-night stand. I don't know, a bad die roll or 2, who knows?
He becomes the new NPC.
Oh, God. Right, so you start firing down. What would you like to do in your triumph?
Is there anything else he like?
So you can actually give her a green
Upgraded
a green to yellow on her shot.
Okay, I'll do that.
So he gets out of the way. He dodges out of the way from where you're shooting and puts him in the perfect line of sight for her shot.
To murder the nerd. Oh, don't forget you get an additional boost for elevation.
No, I climbed down.
Yeah, she's
You do
running
not
down
get
the
an additional
stairs.
boost for
Yeah.
elevation.
No.
So 3. So it's but you are closer now. So it's short range. So you have a purple and 3 blacks as your only bad stuff. And you don't have any ranks in range light yet?
Nope.
Learn how to shoot a gun, girl.
It's a
I
dangerous
don't do it
galaxy.
very often.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't ask someone to teach you how.
I mean, it's not
Do
like
I know
you-
what I'm spending my next experience points on? Yes. But have I
blaster
done
is
it yet?
More
No.
like an accessory piece.
So do you have any other
She
way I
keeps
can
looking
get
out
a-
for fashionable weapons. You can aim for a boost.
I have that already.
Okay. Then that's pretty much it.
Yep, that's you got.
How mad
You can use the 4th
would
point.
if I
No.
split this? How mad
just
would
roll,
anybody
just
else
roll.
use it.
give
She
me
can use
for
it.
this?
I mean,
can use it.
he's just a nerd.
Don't.
She's using it. Just
Don't.
use it. It's her call. It's her shot.
You better get this.
I won't, but it's fine. I'm giving myself more
But it's
chances.
worth burning a destiny point to try.
See? I won't.
Oh no, you do. You hit. You have 1 success. Please cancel that.
Yep.
And that's your
yep.
result.
Yep.
Good.
See?
Okay,
She
the
hits
nerd
the
was
nerd.
finally hit.
Yeah. Oh, this is his first hit.
Yeah.
Good thing he has Ahsoka too. My boy's still in it. Ashbury. All right. So you shoot. Right. So how much damage do you do?
5 plus
So
a
6.
success. So 6.
So 6. Okay.
So
and you have 1
4.
advantage. So I'm gonna make you take a strain relief.
Okay.
Yep. Right. So you shoot Ashbury, and he kind of looks at you, and he sees you coming down the stairs. He goes, "What? What do you want?"
I want your comms.
Okay.
I want you to go away.
Where?
Out of here. Go
He's like
find.
freaking out, and so he's just like frozen as you're like approaching him with your blaster drawn.
Do you know where any escape pods
What's
are?
funny though is Triz probably can't hear this because of the booming music, and she's totally gonna murder this helpless,
she is.
non-moving nerd. If you would have waited, you would have been able to like murder him right now, which would have been very comical.
I'm attacking the storm.
I'm gonna kill the nerd with my lightsaber.
See if we can make him have an aneurysm.
All right, so you're attacking this mob of stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 success, 1 advantage.
That'll be another hit.
So 11 damage and a crit.
God, you had crit 1.
That's gonna take 2 more. Yep. He has lightsabers have crit 1.
Yeah.
So nasty.
It's so juicy. All right. Tell me how you cut through 2 more.
He just spins the circle through the.
Yeah, you don't have cool techniques yet, so you're just like you look like you're playing.
Pretty much weightless.
You look like
He
a
just
4-year-old
stabs
playing
him.
Fruit
Yeah.
Ninja. You're
He
just
literally
like this
just
at some
spins in a
point.
circle and people are running towards him. Yeah.
So tell me how you kill 2 people with your lightsaber.
One is like, since it's like a dexterity-based lightsaber, it's just like a quick like flash in front of me and then like a stab behind.
So, point of clarification: there is no lightsaber that's just dexterity based.
It's
However, through your training with Darth Zana,
Yeah.
you have a agility replaces brawn with your
Yep.
talent tree choices. Okay.
And
Which is just simply why you're not trying to use this as an electric baseball bat.
yeah, so it's just like a quick flash in front and then like blind look behind, like stab.
Oh, you're
And
getting
then-
pretty cool already, huh?
Careful, you might hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And then I roll over the bar and take cover.
Okay. Deal.
When do you take cover?
So
Since I'm standing in the group of
you brought
stormtroopers
a
and
glow
you
stick to
use
a
the
nightclub.
last destiny point.
there's an entire black pool now. Yeah. Right. So that ends the heroes round. Bruto, you and RC will, or you and
Vox are running.
You and Vox will be running towards the crate for some time now. Right. So new round starts, and the camera does this focus roll from stormtroopers. There's 4 stormtroopers kind of up front. They're kind of firing wildly into the darkness. You see the nerd kind of in the distance with his hands up, and then you see a door slide shut in the background as the focus racks to it. The camera pans back as the stormtroopers line up and shoot, and I say that they're probably going to shoot. Did I shoot at you last time?
Yeah,
I missed. Okay. So with you killing stormtroopers, I'm going to have them shoot at you. You do have cover, which gives you an additional setback, but you're no longer being super cool, so that'll just replace that one. However,
Yeah, you just, mortared these stormtroopers normally. You didn't force an aneurysm.
yep. So now their dice pool is very much diminished. It's still short range. Yeah, so it's not looking so great. Let's see what we do here. That is going to fail.
That's a lot of fails.
Yep, it's going to fail with 1 advantage.
See, everybody has
Combat is either
puzzles.
super scary or pretty breezy. All right, so the stormtroopers fire, miss. The nerd is kind of looking around. He pulls out his comm device, and he's like getting ready to hand it to you. And he pushes and holds down this button very slyly, but you can see him doing stuff.
Okay, what does the button do?
It's your turn.
It calls a cab.
What are you?
What else would it do, Var?
It's a button.
This guy is the cab calling king
What does the
of the
button
galaxy.
do?
He has this data pad that can call so many
do?
cabs at once.
What do you do?
I
This
ask,
is his emergency cab caller.
I ask him again for his comms, because that's what I want.
So are you still approaching him?
Yeah.
Okay, so
with
by the
my-
end of your maneuver, you can actually approach up to him. You can
Okay.
walk right up to him.
Yeah, then I'm right up next to him.
Okay. And he, yeah, no problem. And he goes to hand it to you.
Oh shit, that's gonna shock me, isn't it? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take it though.
Okay.
'cause That's
And
what
he
I
releases
want.
the button as he hands it to you.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I know a good guy.
Okay. I want to talk with it.
With it?
Or I
The
want
comm device or the guy?
I want to use the comm device to talk to Kymera.
Okay.
We haven't seen her. She like ran away.
Yeah. So you grab the comm device and you're kind of waiting for it to explode, kind of like making ugly faces almost, like a dog in a spray bottle. You just feeling like you're gonna get betrayed at any second. Nothing happens, and then you start looking around for Kymera. You don't see her. So go ahead and
So if I talk into it, is it gonna?
So there's a lot of buttons on this, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
He uses this to call a lot of cabs.
Yeah. This looks like a sex toy with a lot of buttons. Okay? It's this thing is crazy. It's a hacker cell
So
phone.
I'm gonna push a button
Okay.
and
Yep.
I'm just gonna call.
Okay. So what do you say when you? Yeah,
Well, I
what do
just
you
want to
say?
see if I just want to see if I just call out for her. Kymera.
Okay.
Assuming nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
So I'm gonna point my blaster at him and ask him how to make it work.
We're like 62 hours into this campaign, and
No,
you're like,
she-
my blaster, and then you
Well,
go,
'cause
wait
I
a
want-
second. Yeah, it's called a blaster.
No, because I have another.
I'm just teasing you.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
people are mean here.
Oh, did I hurt your feelings?
62 hours into it,
Yep,
and you
shut up.
just realized that.
I've got one for each of you. Don't get me started. All right. So you point your
I
blaster.
really want the comms to work.
All right. So
I'm
you
just
point your
gonna
blaster at the
keep-
nerd.
yep.
What do you say?
Make it work. How do I make it work?
That's a charm, deception, or that's a charm or coercion. Your pick.
That's a charm.
Probably
Okay.
coercion, because you're pointing at your blaster.
Nope, it's a charm because I got
definitely
4
a charm
ranks in that.
then.
Make it work,
3 ranks
please.
in that. Make it work so I don't shoot you against
Okay,
what?
so charm will have to be a
Which is
little bit
coercion.
more polite. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So you point your gun at him and he looks terrified, and then you realize that like he's a nerd and you're a girl, and then you lower your gun and you go, "Hi, my name's Ral'rai Var.
I don't know how to
I
do
really wanna
anything
call-
other than
Yeah.
call a cab.
I really want to call Kymera
But I want
and
to
tell
call
her
your
what
boss.
what a
What is
shooter
this- what
she
is
is.
this against?
Right. So nerd, nerd discipline 1 purple.
Hey,
I'll give you a
wait a
boost because
minute.
you're a girl.
That's my discipline.
You have boobs.
He classified your character correctly.
You're a girl in a nightclub. That's like all the boosts ever right now.
Ooh.
Okay, so those two cancel each other out. So you have one success, one triumph.
Yep.
Right. So, what exactly did you say to him?
NPC.
Pretty much, I put down my gun and I'm like, so listen, I would really like to make a phone call, and I'm not really good with these devices. Can you help me out here?
Yeah. Do you know who you want to call?
I would like to call that lovely lady that was giving you the orders.
Captain Kymera.
Yes.
Yeah, just push that button. It's a direct link to her.
Which
and he
button?
Gestures to a different button.
Okay.
Not the one he was holding.
What was the button that he was holding? Okay, what were you holding down earlier?
Is that what you're using your triumph for?
Sure.
Okay. He says that that device explodes in a minute unless I deactivate it.
Will you deactivate it for me? I mean, if you do, I might be able to keep my captain from killing you.
This is going to be a follow-up check, but we'll come back to that, okay? Right. So, Remy or Triz, what are you guys doing? She has this nerd at gunpoint, and then she starts flirting with him, apparently, for some reason.
Don't shoot him
Shoot
yet.
him!
Don't shoot him yet.
I'm wanting to shoot at the stormtroopers.
Okay.
I mean, you can shoot him, but
Deal.
I know which button to push now.
But it's still gonna self-destruct.
Yeah, but I'll throw it away. I do.
I have 1 minute. That's a lot of stuff I can say to Kymera.
All I want to do is taunt her. She's running away.
Well, I was planning on shooting the stormtroopers anyway, so we
Go ahead and get your
can-
follow-up stormtrooper debauchery ready. Okay. You can go ahead and roll it. She's not going to kill 4 stormtroopers, I think. I don't think that's possible.
I don't know.
Damn, Remy. Remy's scary. All of a sudden.
One success and one advantage.
Okay. So that'll do another 10 damage, which will kill another one. And you had what else?
One advantage.
Okay. You alleviated strain. Remy.
14 damage and a crit. I jump back over the bar.
Oh, if you did 15 damage, you would have finished him off. Oh, wait. You dealt... Yeah, if you would have dealt one... Just deal one more point of damage. Between
Another
the two of you,
aneurysm!
between the two of you, how do you guys finish off the stormtroopers? So we'll start with your volley of fire, and then we'll finish off with your lightsaber bedazzling. So between the two of you, tell me how you guys finish off the rest of the stormtroopers.
They're focused on Remy right now, so I just shoot at them from behind, hitting the one that is furthest away from Remy and closest to me, and I kind of just that's the one that I hit, and his body just tumbles into the other 3, pushing him closer to Remy.
Okay. Remy dives from behind the bar.
So Remy jumps up over the bar, and he goes to kind of stab them, but his foot catches the bar because he kind of didn't realize they were so close and they'd been pushed towards him more.
Okay.
And his foot catches the bar and he falls on his face as he's doing the attack, but he ends up hitting them as well.
Because it's just a super destructive weapon.
Yeah.
I also feel good about it, so I heal 1 strain.
Okay, I'm gonna make you take 1 wound from face damage to the floor.
All right, I soak it.
Okay, that's fair.
He soaks it with his face.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Remy's got a nose that's been hit a lot.
All right.
I mean, you guys were saying I was being too cool last round.
I want him to turn it off, but I don't want to waste time.
Falling.
So I guess I'll just start. Well, yeah. Is he gonna turn it
It's
off?
like there's no time.
Are you gonna turn it off? Okay. So yeah, I just hold down the proper button because he showed me which one.
Yep. And then he turns and runs away.
Whatever, I don't care.
Okay.
They can shoot him if they want.
Deal.
But yeah, so I just call for Kymera.
And you just hear the comms crackle, and you also feel like the club start to shudder as you hear through the comms and kind of through the doors, just engines just fire up to life, way hotter than they should be, right outside the wall.
Since when do you run from a fight? Are you scared of something?
Who is this?
I think you know who it is. Do you remember me and my friends?
The Imperials will settle this score. Good luck getting off the station. It's doomed anyways.
You sure about that? We always seem to find you. We'll find you again. You won't get away.
Come find me. I'm not afraid.
And then I just throw it in the direction that the guy ran.
Throw it at the nerd.
Roll the force die.
No.
All right, so you throw it and it blows up, and he trips and falls and crashes into the wall, and then scurries around the corner, freaking out. All right, so you guys hear the Manticore like jetting out through a wall of this nightclub, and you're kind of like freaking out, not sure what to do. And then you see the door open, and you're kind of like half expecting Kymera to be standing there with like reinforcements or something like that. And you see Bruto's silhouette standing there, and you see Vox push past him to where it almost like sweeps his leg out. And he goes, wah, 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 wah.
Good job, Vox!
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, he helped.
Yeah. He helped get us here, but so
We need to leave now?
Yeah, and there's explosions happening. The station is like rattling apart. The debris has been just like slamming in, and you guys are on the far side, but now things are bad. There's explosions down the hallway.
Well, I'll just sling my blaster rifle back on my shoulder since it's not needed here. I think we should go.
I think we should too, and follow her ship.
Okay. As you guys start running, you're doing a mental head count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing someone.
Where's RC?
There is a story to that, but this is all that's gonna get on the ship.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not leaving him behind.
He's already gone now.
Was it a good end?
It was honorable.
He deserved that.
Right, so you guys turn, jump on the crate, fire it back up. It's still in pretty bad shape. The engine's still starting to misfire.
It's like he's like turning.
The push button.
Just give it a little bit
It's
of
the
gas
2400.
and then
It's a push
pop the
button.
clutch.
Yeah. So you guys fire it up. It's not quite running. It starts to fire up and starts to drift. And as you guys are coming, you just see like stations, sections of the station start to explode as the other one starts to spin wildly. Like the bulk of it starts to spin wildly towards the planet. The Hapan battleship is just pieces, just drifting. It's pretty sketchy. But you start to fly, and you actually see off in the distance Kymera's ship just hauling ass. It doesn't appear to have hyperspace, but it does have some pretty decent sublight engines right now. So you guys can basically give it all she's got and catch up. I'm going to need an engineering check and a piloting check to kind of catch up to it.
You're flying
Difficulty?
now.
I'll make it an average because you were able to do some of the repairs.
Okay.
And then Sterling, you're going to have to do a hard because there is debris everywhere.
Yeah.
How many?
2 more yellows.
I tried.
Come on, old blue.
I'm going to make Bruto take a setback as well. Hearing that RC's not quite there, not even time to process it before he has to start making repairs.
4 successes from me.
Okay.
Oh, I did 2 threat, which I'm guessing is just strain.
Ship strain, yep. Actually, that'll be personal strain.
Given
yep.
RC.
I'm going to cancel that. 1 success and 5 advantage.
Okay, so you're able to fly through this debris. Bruto gives you a kick to the engines, and you're able to get a lot more speed out of it, even to the point where you can kind of start to catch up. And you have how much advantage?
5.
Okay, so what would you like to use that advantage on?
Can we use it to jump the system a little bit, kind of gun it?
Do like a micro jump?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Even that would be cool.
Deal. So you do a micro jump, and you basically catch up to her. She's at the next planet over. Okay. They're not terribly far away from it, but this is called Fornax, I believe.
We're gonna do a Picard maneuver.
Yeah.
A micro jump
so
and then
this
fire.
is a bright yellow golden planet with kind of like a Saturn ring around it, and her ship is kind of catching up. You guys do a micro jump, and we'll say that Triz kind of just fires into the engines, lines up a shot, fires into the engines, disables them. Okay. Kymera doesn't appear. The Manicore, you guys do a basic scan. The Manicore has one person on board, and that's it. She is flying skeleton crew. Her ship is disabled. You guys disable the engines, and it kind of drifts to a slow stop. Or it's kind of drifting to a stop. You guys have options, okay? You can absolutely board her ship, dock with it, and board, and see her face to face. A quick scan of the system shows that Fornax has rings around it. And these rings are considered one of the natural wonders of the galaxy. There's a nearby sun that draws, that has a close enough gravity with Fornax that Fornax draws solar beams off of the sun and traps them in orbit around them. So this ring around Fornax is actually rings of fire. And with her engines disabled, her ship will actually drift into these rings of fire, leaving her maybe 45 minutes to contemplate her life before her ship is consumed by fiery rings. Or you guys can fire on the ship from here, no harm, no foul, and move on your merry way. You guys basically kind of are all in the cockpit area. You guys have some time to confer on what's going down. All right, well, maybe we'll just start it with you giving the last update on kind of the rings of Fornax or whatever.
Right, so these rings that she's headed towards, they are quite literally rings of fire. Trapped energy directly siphoned from the sun. She's headed straight for them. Take her less than an hour, but unless she gets help, it's just a matter of time. That being said, we could always give her a little push, speed up the process, swap a little bit of paint, or we just do it with our guns. I guess we could go over if we want. If we really wanted to see her face to face.
I'd like to know
I
who
want
it
to
is.
see the look in her eyes when I shoot her. I don't know about the rest of you.
You know, she's brought enough pain to so many people. I almost think the time is what she deserves. Just to wait and contemplate it.
I just wanted to know who we are. And realize who we are.
There's no mistaking. I mean, she...
Yeah, but on the comms, she was like, I don't know, I just want to...
Well, she sees your ship.
Yeah.
She
She
can
sees us.
absolutely
Yeah.
see the crate. Her ship is facing you guys. You can almost see her standing in the bay windows of the Manticore.
I could potentially splice into her comms if you really want to talk.
Which would probably be insanely easy considering how damaged her ship is.
We could just shoot her from here.
I kind of
But I
agree
want
that
to-
she knows what she knows what her ship's getting dragged into. I just want to see it happen either way.
Kymera's a coward. If we let her sit on that ship, she won't die from the flames.
He's got a point.
One way or another, her fate is sealed.
Can you splice into the comms, Bruto?
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Do you want me to roll for it?
No.
Okay.
Who's gonna open comms?
I will.
Okay.
Captain Kymera, this is Captain Triz Lok of the Kobolt Krayt.
Yes, dispense with the pleasantries.
You tortured us for months. You held us prisoner.
You are terrorists. You're traitors to the Empire.
And what are you?
I'm a beacon of light. I do what the Empire needs done.
Did the Empire need you to run away from that last battle there? Not finish your orders? Or your mission?
My orders are to find the droid at any cost.
Oh, to find Vox?
Well, what?
There you go. Hi, Vox.
You have bested me. Congratulations. Don't sit there in your ship acting like you aren't the bad guys.
I'm not saying we're not bad guys, but we're 10 million times better than you.
Yes? I'm sure that each one of you has killed as many as I. Dantooine. Need I say more? The list continues. Corellia. Duro. You're wanted on so many systems, it's kind of hard to keep track of. A destruction of a space station. Over what? Revenge?
I gotta tell you, Lynn, I wasn't hoping we'd meet like this, but, chemical weapons, they're, bad news. I might have been able to talk him into, some sort of pardon, I don't know. Maybe just a stranding, but, sorry, girl, you just pulled the wrong trigger.
It wasn't my call, for what it's worth.
You still carried out the orders.
Whose call was it?
My boss. My boss's boss. All the way up to the Empire, to the Emperor. You think it ends with me? You think killing me stops all of this? Any of this? There will be another Kymera. There will be another Manticore.
I'll take that one down too.
We're
You know,
ready for
Kymera.
anything.
That's the problem with the Empire. There's always someone above you to push the blame onto. But guess what? Your sins, they follow you. Trust me.
I have not lived a good life. But I have done what I needed to do.
I say we offer her a parlay. Take her aboard our ship. Feed her to the dogs on some Sith-forsaken world. Maybe take her back to Migos. Let her deal with the husks of people she created there.
I think we let her sit. She'll drift into those rings. She'll have time with her thoughts, which is probably one of the things she's most scared of.
Not enough time. What'd you say, Bruto? Only about 30 minutes?
Something like that.
Captain Kymera, do you have any final words for us?
Yes. You have been honorable adversaries. I see too now that there is nothing short of what you will do to see your mission through. Just remember, when you look back, your own reflections, they're not pure. I have done what I had to do for the Empire and for my family and for thousands, millions, billions that need the Empire, that need it to continue, because if I was not the agent that I needed to be, then what? What happens when you set your weapon free upon the galaxy? Have you even stopped to think about what the end game of what you are trying to do is? Reflect on your own sins. And know that with my death, it does not end here. There's always another Inquisitor, an assassin, commandos. Take whatever joy you can in my death, because it doesn't stop. It only escalates.
We've
Kymera.
met everything so far. We might have challenges, but we meet each one, and we'll continue to do the same. Because we fight as a team.
Kymera, as you reflect on what your life meant, realize that in your death you've accomplished nothing. And I cut the comms. And I head up to the gunnery. And I shoot.
Okay. There's a double red laser beam fire down in the manticore, and there's a brilliant explosion. If you get any joy out of this image, it is fleeting. As Vox approaches you. Wah wah. Wah 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 wah.
What's that, Vox?
He displays on the readout once again that the next location in hut space, reminding you that there might be one battle behind, but a whole other war ahead.
Before we get there, Vox, we gotta stop and fix up the crate. We can't just barge onto a hut home world. They don't just let people on. We're gonna have to have a plan. We're gonna have to get in deep. That's how it is with the huts. There's just no easy ways.
I just sit down next to Vox, and I'm staring out, like, to where I can see what just happened. I'm just like...
And there's just pieces of debris
Yeah.
slowly floating,
Yeah.
and this gorgeous planet with these fiery rings silhouetting it behind.
Yeah, and I'm not ready to go back there, and I just continue sitting next to Vox.
Vox looks at the lightsaber that you set either on the dash or on your hip, and he just looks at it and he stares at it a long time, and he looks up at you kind of surprised, and he looks back at it and he just kind of softly whomps at you. Womp womp.
Yeah, Vox.
And
It's coming.
his light turns red and he nods his head. And as you guys sit in space, this beautiful planet orbiting, these fiery rings dancing, the manticore drifting in pieces. One threat down, a whole world of threats ahead. You guys take a deep moment of deep breath, a moment of respite against everything that you've overcome. The halls sort of seem empty for a moment without RC sounding off, without Bria in the med bay, Anders in the galley. You guys take a moment to reflect on everything it's cost and everything you've sacrificed to get here. Vox plugs into the terminal, sets a course, and your ship jumps to hyperspace. And that will be the end of this episode. We will see you again soon for more Legacy of Ash.
Oh, we did get rid of Mike! He died.
He's
Whoops.
probably just still stunned in the cargo bay.
Except that it all, like exploded.
Or maybe, just maybe, he crawled into like
A
a fire.
Hapan fighter that's sitting nearby. Escape to fight again.
Okay, so I'm gonna go stop the recording.
Guess what, guys? We got 150,000 credits.
Are you actually going to tell us that's how many?
Guess what, guys? We've got 130,000 credits.
Guess what, guys? We got 50,000 credits.
Guess what, guys? We got 15,000 credits.
I stole it on that station.
That's a lot of credits.